This is the 2012 Buick Regal GS sedan, and as you can see, it doesn't look a whole lot different than the baseline Regal, but it does have some subtle improvements, such as the front fascia, the lower vents there on either side, and of course it does have the nice body lines that we like in the current Regal. And this one also has the nice little rear spoiler there, and of course the handy little Regal GS moniker there. I've been driving this car for a little while now, and absolutely love driving. Let's go inside and go over some of the features. So let's see here. It does have the same round gauges that we see in all the current Buicks, which I really like. Never had any issues with those. I think they're really easy to read, display well at night, and the nice thing is too is it does have a little red dot at the end of the speedometer there, which is kind of a cool little effect, but I guess it's not really practically useful, but it is cool. Let's pan out here to the steering wheel. You know, this has got the flat bottom steering wheel. I did comment on the steering wheel back in my preview when I went and test drove this car in Michigan for the first time. Really like the grip on the steering wheel. It's got the nice little grips right there, built-in cruise control here, audio control and Bluetooth over here, so very easy to use. The great thing about the GS to me is it's both sporty and it still pays homage to the Buick luxury that people expect that are Buick owners, and they did a really great job of doing that. Two of the most important buttons on the entire vehicle are right here, the GS and the sport mode. Every time you turn on the car goes into a normal ride, or touring mode is what Buick likes to call it, which is the soft, dampened ride that you've come to expect in a Buick without feeling grandpa-ish, if you know what I mean. However, there are a couple different modes here that you can use to sporten things up a little bit. Of course, you got the sport mode, which is like a medium setting, and then you got the GS mode, which is the full-on sport mode, and this does noticeably tighten up the steering a lot. It also tightens up the suspension a lot, so if you're going to be doing a lot of hard cornering, definitely want to go to the GS mode. However, do keep in mind that the stiffer suspension will make you feel the bumps a lot more, so it is nice that Buick give people the luxury in figuring out what kind of ride mode that they want. As you know, the four-cylinder in this car develops 270 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It's a pretty ballsy little motor for being a four-cylinder, and I think Buick's done an adequate job with that. I know there's people that were wishing for a V6, but maybe we'll see what Buick has down the line. This car is also the only current Buick to feature a manual transmission. This is a 6-speed. There is an automatic available. I haven't driven the automatic yet, so I can't really comment on it. But I do really enjoy the stick shift in this particular vehicle because of how sporty it is. We'll keep going down to the console here. You can see that here's a navigation knob that controls your onboard nav, coincidentally, audio, some phone, Bluetooth, and you can set your destination and that kind of stuff with that. So electric parking brake is always handy. There are a couple cup holders here, which I have currently filled, and pop up this, and you can see there's a USB port there. There's also a headphone jack and a power outlet. Note the SD card is actually for the navigation mapping and not really meant for anything else. So there's a little cubby hole back there. Not really a whole lot of storage, but I do like the stitch interior. Buick's done a really good job of giving it a nice combination of both sporty and luxury feel inside the cabin here. Of course, you can see the nice wraparound dash with the kind of the wood type finish there. On some cars, this one actually has more like a black, well, I guess it's technically plastic, but it doesn't look like it. It just looks cool. And of course the GS moniker. Stitched leather seating is really good. This car, like all the other Regals, does have limited rear leg room, as you can see in some of the pictures. However, you know, it's a sports sedan, so it's not like it's going to be a family cruiser anyway for most people. Of course, power mirrors, power locks, power windows, and it also does feature the Harman Kardon audio system. So anyway, if you're at all looking for a sport sedan in the mid to high 30s, and you're looking at the Acras and maybe some of the other cars in that price range, I would definitely give this one a whirl. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised on how well Buick has done with this car. It handles great, brakes awesome, and it has good offline and performance as well as cornering. So anyway, give it a whirl. Let me know what you think, and leave your comments below.